Later on, I moved to Canada. But the most important thing, which I would like to finish my story to you, is why I'm standing in front of you. The most important thing happened, really. I was living in Michigan, in Detroit. And I was living in a room. By that time, the American government saw fit not to give me a work permit, and I wasn't medically covered. I reached to a point where I was eating rotten bread and drinking Diet Coke. We lost all our wealth in Lebanon because we had to do a lot of surgeries for my daughters who got injured through the attacks. Here I am, I reached a point where I was really that day, that certain night, I was really mad at God. I couldn't understand why he did that to me. In Lebanon, when I finished my education, I reached to the level of being an interpreter in the presidential palace and the national TV, one of the league. I had a house in the city and a house in the hills surrounding the city. I lived normal, very nice life according to Middle Eastern life. And here I am in the States, where I'm living as poor as a, sorry for this impression, as a church rat. I know nobody. Really, nobody knows me. I can't speak their language very well. They don't understand me, different mentalities, and I have nothing. And I was so mad at God. I stood up in the middle of the room, grabbing everything in my position, and hit the wall with it. I was so mad at God that if he was a man right there, I would have hit him right there and then, because I couldn't understand why he did that to me. And when there was no more anything to break it in the room, I just dashed out in the rain, walking, real mad, crying. I couldn't understand, as I said, why he did that to me. In an intersection, I stood there because cars are passing by, and a car passed by, written in front of it, Jesus care. And I stood up there like a nail. And then came the thought, which gave me peace, which made me stand in front of you now speaking. The thought says, maybe I'll never see the fruits of my work. Maybe within 400 years, if the Lord does not come by then, he will allow me to look through a special window from heaven down to this earth to see that this glorious land did not become radically Muslim land because he brought the right people to the right place on the right time against this evil wave. Remember, you ask yourself, why a Muslim would come to a country where he can't practice his religion, he can't practice his laws, he can't bury his dead people, he can't eat the way he wants to eat, he can't do anything really according to his laws. Why? Why? Because he wants to prepare the road to make this land his land. Never mind. This is really this is the complex of the situation. But you have to remember, Islam is dark, but the people, have the right, like you, to be told about the love of Christ and to walk through the golden gates to eternal life. Muslims are next to impossible, almost, to win to the Lord. But it is not impossible. And the proof, here are 3 of us in front of you. Finally, I feel sorry for you. You know why? Because this mission is on your shoulders. It's up to you to come out to the streets. For the Muslims who are not far away in the far countries anymore, they are in your hospitals, they are in your schools, they are in every aspect of your life. Hell, they are even in your armies. And now it's time for you to bring them from the darkness to the light. And you should be ready to pay the price. I will leave you and finish by one word for you. Love. I love you people, and thank you for being this great audience.